Hello everyone, Sheek here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series 7-8 Sideswipe. I did not originally plan on getting this figure, it just happened to be a giveaway that they were doing on TFSOURCE around the time I decided to get my stack delivered, so that was really cool. He does look interesting. Hopefully his sword blades are really cool. I don't know, I haven't actually messed with him before, but as you can see, he's officially licensed by General Motors. There is his Stingray mode. I think it's like it's no, that's a Corvette. Okay, it doesn't say. I guess it's Stingray Camaro. I'm pretty sure that's what he is. Anyway, I don't know a whole lot about cars, but there's this remote Transformers in 19 steps, big screen inspired. I guess this is a fight in Shanghai Pursuit. And there's the bomb, there's the side, and here's the other side. And let's go ahead and get him opened up. Here we have Sideswipe out of his packaging, and the backdrop is pretty cool. I do believe it's the scene after he cut Sideswipe in half with his big old swords on his arms, or that come from his arms. And he does come with a couple of blasters. I don't remember him using them in the movie, but maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But these, they're just simple little blasters molded in black plastic. They say he has two of them. And then you can just stick them in his hand. Oh, let's go ahead and take off the blades first. The blades don't flip out, which is kind of annoying to me, because I remember the Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe class Sideswipe. He had blades, like, and now granted, when they were put away, looked kind of like the side of a car, which wasn't that big, and it stuck out a little bit, but I liked it, because then when you flipped it around, then it looked more like a blade, and it was really cool. Anyway, enough about that. Like I say, he does have the two blasters. You can store them on, I wouldn't say exactly their holsters, and I'm pretty sure you can't store them here in his vehicle mode. It doesn't mention it, but you stick them in right here, and they just stay in place. But like I said, I'm pretty sure they don't stay in vehicle mode in that spot for whatever reason. Anyway, and then you can also optionally put his sword blades on there, but it's kind of silly, doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And another detail, I know it's nitpicking a little bit, but he doesn't have the well, I guess you can maybe orientate it just a little bit where it looks a little bit more like the his single-wheeled feet rather than having shoes. I can't remember if he had regular feet as an option too, but I remember he was like skating along on the tires, which was really cool. Yeah, so that's about it for, I guess, his accessories and all that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the detail. His head is pretty nicely done. It has silvery or metallic blue for the eyes. Metallic, just a lot of silver on this guy. Looks like that's the emblem for GMC or Corvette, Corvette. And red for the taillights. There's, of course, more detail on the car. I mean, he does kind of have a bit of a backpack, but I mean, it's not, I guess, the worst out there, because I mean, it kind of hides behind him. And then for articulation, the head is on ball joint. You can look up that far, down, not so much. It's a decent amount of wiggly waggly, and can do a full 360. Arms go out that far, about forward that far, back about that far before the backpack really gets in the way. Bicep swivel on a tight mushroom peg. About 90-degree bend at the elbow, and there's no wrist rotation, but a hinge for transformation. He does have hip swivel rotation. He can't, that pops off his leg. He can't quite do the full split. Oh, there we are. He can go out about that far. Does have thigh rotation. Leg goes forward that far. Back about that far until the backpack gets in the way. And he does kind of have like a double knee joint thing, mainly due to transformation, so you can get quite a bit of posability there. And He actually seems like he's one of the few recently that doesn't really have ankle tiltage. I mean, I guess you could try doing that, but yeah, he doesn't really have ankle tiltage. So that's about it for that. So let's go see ahead. Let's see about getting him into his car mode. To get him into his car mode, you just kind of want to just get this flipped in, kind of just extend all this stuff out at the front of the car, just pull it all out, then get this thing flipped out, which I think it might be the exhaust. Yeah, get that flipped out, and then this, yeah, there we are. It's all clipped. It's like you form the shell and then you kind of put him inside the shell. That's the way this transformation seems to kind of work. I mean, people say that Unicron is definitely a shell former, which he definitely is, but isn't that what a lot of the car formers tend to be anyway? You form a shell and then the robot just kind of folds up a little bit on the inside. Just a thought. Although I guess it seems a little worse when it's a sphere, because at least a car looks like a car. I mean, I guess there are some that are more shell formers than others. I feel like he maybe makes a little bit more of a shell. But yeah, you lift that up, and then you get this to there we are, extend over and collapse down. And what's kind of infuriating a little bit about studio series, at least the live action movie ones, for whatever reason, I think it's one reason why it is for the live action more than the others, because they're more, well, there's more going on with them, because you know they're super detailed robots, but you also want them to turn into a fairly accurate vehicle. But it's kind of hard to do effectively without having some problems, so they do feel somewhat flimsy when compared to, say, the Studio Series 86, because those molds, those characters, are very blocky. Yeah, I know I haven't been narrating exactly what I've been doing, but yeah, you rotate the shoulder down, and then you rotate up, slide into place, and then you just make sure everything gets all lined up. Not everything necessarily wants to tab into place perfectly, but we got mostly there. And for the front legs, you just flip this in, flip around, then you kind of just rotate this around as necessary, break that kind of loose, and then you flip this in, collapse it down, and just adjust this as necessary. Same on this side, flip that in, and there we are. That's yeah. Anyway, but you flip that in, and then you tab it, peg it together, get this all rotated out, lined up. Just get that tabbed in, tabbed in, tabbed in, and tabbed in, and mostly everything is tabbed in now. And now, if it wasn't for the fact of this being missing, you would have him in his Corvette mode. And he is not in his Corvette mode. So we take his swords, and you just tab them into place. And then that also lines up into the thigh mushroom peg slot thing. There we are. Although it could be a little bit better. And then same on this side, just get that into place, and there we are. And here and that one came loose. Okay. And here we have him in his Corvette mode. I mean, I think it's Corvette Stingray. I don't remember type of cars. Like I said, not very good with cars. But he does look pretty good. The rims actually look nice. It doesn't look too excessively like, you know, it plugs in, which I'm pretty sure it is the standard, probably mostly standard mushroom peg? No, not mushroom peg, clip. What is it called? I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, but it's that thing instead of, like, you know, the pins. But it looks really cool. Let's see, he does roll halfway decent. But then again, Studio Series are more for display rather than just, I guess, active play. But he does look really pretty cool. I'd say in some ways the car mode is a little bit better than the robot mode, except for that big old seam right there. This one's also kind of not. This one doesn't look as bad. There you have the Corvette. It looks really good. But I feel like they sacrificed some things in the robot mode for that. And then also the swords, considering that they don't stay on the greatest, they probably get lost easily, because with the other version you didn't have to worry about them popping off because they didn't come off, they weren't removable. So if you liked this review of Studio Series 78 Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe and you'd like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.